Morning, guys. Tin Can Gardener here. It is a cool morning in April. I think we're in April. Or are we in May? I don't even know what month it is. This whole Corona thing's got me all not even caring. Today I'm gonna do a few videos. Sorry, I'm in here messing with my lettuce. Looks like I had my daughter water it and it just pushed everything down. Oh well, it is what it is. But today's video, I wanted to do some shout outs to some of the channels I watch. I usually don't do this, but I figured it's time to give them a good mention because they're great channels and they're overlooked, and I think that they need more views, and more people need to look at these channels. You can learn a lot from them. So we'll start off with LEDs and tomatoes. This channel is pretty cool. I really enjoy watching it. I'm not a technical person whenever it comes to programming or hardware, circuitry boards and things like that. I'll go buy a timer. Some people build their own, like LEDs and tomatoes. If you took if a tech channel and a gardening channel had a baby, this would be it. Really cool indoor grows. Excuse me, that ain't Corona. I just saliva went down the wrong pipe. Anyways, as I was saying, it's a really great channel for people who really don't have much land or they don't know where to start. It's pretty high tech, and he walks you through what he does. I really enjoy the channel. I think that he has a lot of really good information, and if you're into coding and you're into gardening, hey, best of both worlds. Or if you're looking to learn to code, good way to learn this sort of stuff. I'm not a coder. I am more of a down-to-earth, fingers in the dirt kind of guy, but still, if I ever wanted to learn how to program a pump or a timer, he's the guy. Next is Arkansas Woodcutter. He's a really good channel, really rooted in his faith, which is really important. I think that if you believe in something, or you'll fall for anything. There you go. Stand for something or other. His channel is really good. He does it all. Everything from livestock to gardening to building. His latest one, he was just putting up a trellis for grapes. I thought that was pretty cool because I have grapes around here, but they're all muscadine, and I really haven't messed with them. But that's another channel, Arkansas Woodcutter. I got a few, so this might be lengthy. I'm going to try to get through them, but it is what it is. Next one is Beet Sweet Farm. Pretty good channel. A lot of content on there. They usually, it's a lot to take in sometimes. But with gardening, you take a little bit from here, a little bit from there. It's a great channel. I love it. Blake's Nature Life. I'm sorry. Blake's Nature Life. Yes. He also, a lot of good stuff there, and a lot of stuff and different ways to grow. He gives you a lot of good content, tells you how he's doing what he's doing. Another great one. Blooms and Bees, that's kind of, that's mine and my neighbor's new channel. We got new content coming out, so be on the lookout for that. I'm not going to get into it too much. It's a good channel. Got information about beekeeping and gardening. Bob Grows, that's another good channel. There's another channel as well. I do believe it's Gardening on Pavement. I could be wrong. Plants on Pavement, I think. It's a good channel. Cheryl's Organic Food Forest. She has a beautiful voice, and it seems like she's been gardening for a long time, and she's got one of those channels you just enjoy watching. She gets the kids out there, has them helping her, and a lot of these channels, they have children or grandchildren, and they have them help them, which is awesome because I believe that, you know, the next generations, they got to know this stuff. They got to know how important food security is and being able to take care of yourself, especially in times like these where people, you know, don't need to be dependent on your government. That is the last thing you want to do, because the most scariest words you will ever hear is, hello, we're your government and we're here to take care of you. I digress. Moving on. Danny Happy Farms in Louisiana. Really good channel. Her and her husband are, you know, they're doing a lot of gardening. They're down in Louisiana, so if you're in that area and you want to learn how to garden, everywhere's different, guys. Let's see here. Eating My Yard, that's another good one. A lot of food security information there with growing, you know, eating your yard. It's, you know, a lot of people are going to lawns and stuff like, well, actually they're going from lawns to growing their gardens because you can't eat your lawn, right? So why not grow something you can get sustenance from? Okay, Eccentric Nature, another good channel. A lot of content there, a lot of good information. Ecuador Homestead. This young man, he does gardening, beekeeping, and a lot of simple methods to getting stuff done. He's got quite a few good videos, especially with beekeeping. Some of the stuff that he puts together is just good stuff. Gapy's Grub, another great channel. I always enjoy watching her and, you know, getting the information, and some of the stuff she puts on there is just, it's a great channel. Gardening with Skinny Boy Randy. This guy has a lot of energy. He works in the healthcare profession, which, you know, shout out to him, because right now that's like one of the most dangerous jobs you can have, right beside obviously being on a combat field or working on an oil rig. But he always has good spirits. He's always, you know, trying to get people to start gardening and stuff like that. So, and he was recently in a commercial for YouTube, which is really cool. So shout out to Skinny Boy Randy. I love his videos. How to Grow a Garden with Scarlett Damon. I've been watching her for years. I mean years, even whenever she lived overseas. She has a lot of great information. Keep Growing, Keep Smiling. That's a great content, great information. Angela's Busy Bee Garden and Homestead. Another great channel. Pretty much covers everything. And a lot of my channels are homestead, beekeeping, gardening, that sort of thing. I do get into some hydroponics, which goes back to LEDs and tomatoes. If it has something to do with gardening, I'm usually into it. Hydroponics, aeroponics, organic. You know, I like this. Me personally, I enjoy the organic method because there's a lot going on there. But there's a lot, if you want to get into the technical aspect, hydroponics is the way to go, but it does get costly. Bob Grows, I do believe he's in the UK. And, you know, a lot of these guys across the pond, they're doing great allotment channels. And some of them are pretty big. And, you know, you kind of see what they're getting into across the pond and what they're growing. And Carrie's Gardening Channel, another great channel, great content, great information. She's doing a lot of different things, and you know, I am always learning. I've been gardening for a pretty decent time. I've been doing these videos for about 6 years, and I'm always learning stuff. I'm always learning something new. The minute you know everything is the minute you know nothing. So I'm always looking forward to watching these videos and learning new things from people, and you know, seeing their trials and tribulations, because that's what gardening is about. It's about your failures and your successes, and by leaps and bounds. You have to excuse me, I'm training one of my cantaloupes while I'm talking to you. They're kind of doing their own thing and not doing what I want them to do. But gardening is by leaps and bounds, and you know, whenever you're gardening, it's kind of like if you're not doing it because you enjoy gardening, then you're probably not going to enjoy it. Um, I find a certain peace in gardening, and you know, paying attention to the details in my garden is kind of what keeps me focused. Um, like for instance, I'm seeing a lot of ants in here right now, which I got to be careful of because down here in South Florida, ants like to farm aphid secretions, so I'm gonna have to spray some more neem. Now, as far as neem goes, and you know, chemicals and fertilizers, everybody's got their own flavor. Everybody's got their own style. I do not, I do not put down anybody for using chemical fertilizers. If that's your thing and it works for you, right on, do it. Um, I personally do not, because I do know that um, if there's water nearby and you're using a lot of chemical fertilizers, it can leach into your water table and things like that. But that isn't for everywhere. As far as like in your yard, excuse me. There we go. Fertilizer, it just depends on what you're using. Like, you don't want to use. I'm against Miracle-Gro. Sorry, any Miracle-Gro users out there. I just don't like it. That's me. I'm more of a fish emulsion, kelp emulsion, make my own, blood meal, bone meal kind of guy. And I know that there's some channels like Growing Your Greens. Love that channel. He's not really big into the blood meal and bone meal due to the animal side of it, which is fine. And you know, keeping animals is also another way to produce your own fertilizer. Rabbits are some of the best animals for fertilizer. Chickens, it's kind of hot. Horses and stuff like that, it's hot. You gotta let it age. But as you progress in your gardening evolution, you learn little tips and tricks of what you can do to feed your soil. Me personally, I feed my soil. I don't feed my plants. Because I know if the soil's good, the plant will do what it needs to do to get that nutrition from the soil. So that's the video I wanted to make today. Shout out to all those channels. You guys are awesome. I love your channels. I watch them pretty much every day. I'm going to do another channel or another video today on the hydroponics bed I'm building. This will be a organic hydroponics bed. It's going to use both. It'll just be like an apple flow table. I still got some work to do on it, but it was actually a garbage find. And whenever you find out what it's made out of, you're going to laugh and probably cringe at the same time, but that's okay. No shame here. But other than that, guys, that's what I got. I hope you enjoyed this video. Rate, subscribe, like. Click the icon for the bell. Any questions, comments, let me know. Yeah, looking forward to watching you guys do what you do. And God bless y'all and have a great day. All right, later.